Hello, hello, and welcome again to another edition of my live tea tasting. This is going to be another special one, so I'm going to wait a couple minutes to see who comes in. It should be an exciting one. I can't wait for you guys to join. So let's see who's the first to pop in. Oh, okay, I got two people. It didn't tell me who, but hi, two people. I'm gonna give it another couple minutes. You guys just popped in automatically, so. I'm gonna wait a little while until we get this party started. So until then, I'm really excited about this one. It's gonna be awesome. This is one that I'm going into completely blind. I've never tasted. Hey Michelle, okay, you're number one. You're actually the only person. Whoever number two was, they popped out. So you're my only audience. You can sit down and give yourself a round of applause for being the first and only. Sure, somebody else is gonna pop in. I put out enough invitations, so we'll give it another couple minutes or so. Yay for my like! Thanks. Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna give a little bit of an introduction to today's tea because it's gonna be actually one that I'm going into completely blind. I've never tasted this one. I've never smelled this one. I've actually, it came recommended by a coworker. So he gave it great reviews, and, we'll see where this goes. If anybody else is coming in, they better hurry up. Anyway, I'm just going to keep on going. While I wait, I'm going to start the water going. Now today's tea, I was actually warned by the guy who sold it to me that I should really understeep it a little bit because it's supposed to be like really strong, and he said that the first time he tried it, it hit him hard. So I'm looking forward to the challenge of this one. It's going to be pretty interesting, I assume. Now this is a black tea that's coming from the yeah, we'll see about that if I won't. Yeah, we'll see. This is a black tea coming from the Fujian province of China. It's supposed to be very, very excellent. Well, of course, it's excellent quality because hey, that's all they sell at Adagio. It's like really great stuff. So I'm hoping that it'll surprise me. Let me see if I can get any other background. I'm not really familiar with... Oh, I just dropped it. Hopefully that's the only thing I'll be dropping today. There's always something. Anyway. Alright, so I got 3 people in. Hey, Teresa, how's it going? Alright, so anyway, I'm gonna catch you guys up. Greg, what's up? I'm going to catch you guys up because I basically just started. I'm trying today for the first time ever. This is a completely blind tasting. I never had anything awesome. I hope it comes out great. I haven't smelled it. I haven't tasted it. I've had no components of this whatsoever. It's the Lapsang Souchong coming from the Fujian province of China, and this one I was supposed to do cocoa mint green this week, but yeah, of course he's got to eat it. He's got a captured audience. But anyway, I was gonna do the cocoa mint green, but this one came highly recommended by one of my coworkers, who I sent him the invite. We'll see if he shows up. But yeah, this is gonna be a pretty interesting one. Best tea for a cough. For just the cough, I would recommend something like a black tea, maybe Ceylon with I always say that wrong, Ceylon, with some honey. Honey is like the best thing that you can do for a cough. If you heat it up and you get those vapors in along with the tea itself, it'll work wonder. Hey Jazzy, how's it going? Okay, so what I'm gonna do before the water is done, it's probably almost done already because I hear it. You know what? I'll just wait until it's done completely, so I can go over there and pick it up. But yeah, this is a completely new tea. Like I was mentioning before, for the new people that showed up, it came recommended by one of my coworkers, and he says that it's got like a really full smoky flavor. So I'm going to, you're welcome, I'm going to taste it for the first time and let you know how it is. So the water is almost at the boiling point. I can hear it. It's starting to fizz. Oh, it's okay. Thanks for showing up. So as usual, I already went ahead and pre-sweetened my my pot. So that's already sitting there waiting for me. Once I get the water done, which should be in another couple seconds, I'll be able to start it. Now, this is supposed to be a really strong black tea, so I'm going to understeep it a little bit. I'm still going to do it at 118. Sorry, 212. I always do that. It's going to be 212 degrees. Hey, Shayna, how's it going? Oh, the water's done. I'm steeping it at 212 degrees, but instead of doing it for 5 minutes, I'm going to do it for 3. Because the guy at the tea shop warned me. He said it's a really strong flavor. So we're going to see. I'm going to put you guys down for just a second. This is the Lapsang Souchong. You can see I never opened it because I want you guys to see the full effect. It pops off. Okay. So let's see how this goes. Ooh. Okay, now this is interesting. At first impression, it smells kind of like new leather. Yeah, it's very like solid and it's kind of soft, but in like the leather of a good shoe. It's really yeah, he's right. It's smoky. Yeah. Oh, it kind of smells like a barbecue pit after like a week of roasting and getting that good beef and pork in there. Okay, so let's see. I can go for a little bit more. Hey Sarah, how's it going? Long time no see. Yeah, that looks about right. So I'm going to go ahead and put the water in. Oh, it's going to be the 212. That is true, but for a high quality leather shoe, it's gotta. I think that it's up there. There we go, and let the timer begin. Oh, and right away, like the water, the water like activates it almost instantly. So I've already got like a scent permeating in the room, and it smells kind of like a shoe store, which I find very surprising. I didn't know that you can get that kind of a reaction from a dry tea. Let me pull up. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like, because to me it looks very like it's nice and toasted. It's not as bright as some of the other ones, but as you can see, it's got a nice brown tone to it. It's almost coppery. I don't know if it's just the light. Yeah, it's true. It's like a shoe store. That's what it reminds me of. Ooh, and I'm tasting it already. Yeah, that is. I haven't even put it in my mouth, and I just smelling it. it hit me like right on the tip of my tongue, like right there. So this is going to be a strong one. I can tell right off the bat. Like I'm actually kind of nervous. I'm like, what did I get myself into? All right, so it's 13. I got 2 more minutes before I'm going to unsteep it. This is going to be a strange. It's going to be a strange experience for me. Hopefully I survive. No, hopefully it's going to be a very positive one because, excuse me, I really love working on new teas. I will be patient. I gotta wait for it to be done. I love experiencing new teas for the first time. And something as strong like as this promises to be interesting at the very least. So as I was saying, this was down from the Fujian province of China. I had to remember that for a minute. I'm going to read a little bit of the background. Let's see. Yeah, he was talking about a clean, smoky flavor. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. It says it's got the finish of a smoking pine fire. Ralph, what's up? You made it. This is gonna be like, well, they describe it as having a menthol-like aroma. So I can already smell that that flavor brewing. Okay, so it's already done. So I'm going to pull it out real quick. Wow, this even looks like a very rich... It's got a very rich color to it. I'll show you guys in a second. But I'm just going to stir in the stevia. I almost said sugar, but it's not sugar. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. Now you can tell this is going to be a strong tea because, like, black teas are usually brown, but this is like almost black. Like, check that out. It's really almost it's like right out of the earth. All right, I'll keep the interesting stuff. I'll wait until you're back to take the first sip. This tea actually, it's since it's a black tea, it has the same general health benefits. It's great for blood pressure. It's great for well, actually, no, I can't really say blood pressure. Blood pressure is more on the green tea side. Black tea is more for antioxidants. It's great for the immunity. It's good for digestion. It's good for headaches. That's one thing I found out. When you have a black tea or an herbal blend that's got something that's very, very scented, that's good for headaches. So I'm going to go ahead and pour my first cup. And now, well, before I do that, I was going to tell you guys what it smells like when it's in the water. Ooh, look at that. This is some hot stuff. When it's I'm trying to describe it. It's still like it's gone from shoe store to barbecue pit. Like, it's straight up barbecue pit right now. Yeah, I mean that's the best way I can describe it. But it's a barbecue pit in a good way. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour out my first cup. And I'm gonna see if I can do this in front of you guys. Okay, yeah, you can see that it's brown, almost copper, which is a good sign in a flavor because that means it's concentrated. Yeah, hey, I think it's fitting for this Memorial Day. people's gonna start getting their barbecue pits out. I think this is a good way to kick it off. Oh, let me see. Ooh, that is smoky. Like, I'm kind of like hesitant to to taste it. Not for a bad thing. It's just it's just like when you're about to put a firecracker in your mouth. It's gonna be dangerous, but might have some excitement in it. All right, Ralph. Well, you didn't come back in time, so I'm gonna go ahead and drink it without you. I'm just gonna cool it off a bit. First sip. Here we go. Ooh, that is good. I know patience is a virtue. Ooh, that is good. It actually kind of tastes like when you're about to bite into a burger that just came out of the barbecue pit. You get that scent that comes right in before the actual meat. That's what that is. And it's strong. It's smoky. It's almost a vapor. And I really like it. It's like what you would imagine the barbecue pit to taste like. You know, I mean, I know that if you actually taste it, it would taste bitter and awful because it's all like burnt wood and charcoal and stuff. But this is actually like the liquid version of that experience. So great job, Aaron. If you come in here later, I'll give you the kudos. But yeah, this is a really good one. I gotta look into to see how they processed it, how they oxidized it. They had to have roasted it because that's the only way that I can understand that they would make that kind of an impact. You know, when you get it hits you like in the front of your mouth and in the back of your throat, and I think that's the sign of a really good wholesome flavor. And take another swig. Colleen, you made it. You just missed my first sip. Yeah, that's going well. Hey, Tina. Okay, well, you missed the name of it, first of all. Lapsang Souchong. It's a black tea from the province of Fujian, China. I keep stumbling because there's I have to keep that in mind. It's a conscious thought. But it's a really great tea so far. Yeah, you and your K-pop videos. Hey Val, how's it going? Tell Ralph that he has to like come back from doing whatever he's doing, because he already missed the first sip. So describing it, it's like something out of a barbecue pit. It tastes really smoky but wholesome. It's not bitter, which is something that I was kind of. It's Lapsang Souchong. It's kind of like I see. I'm doing it by the way the guy at the tea shop did it. Would I add milk? I might. I might add milk, but it really doesn't need it. I think that the stevia that I put in there is sweetened enough. So you're cleaning up the office for the day, getting ready for the 3-day weekend, huh? So it's kind of like the more that it cools down, I wouldn't recommend doing it for barbecue meat only because of the way that it's processed. It's still like leaf. Maybe if you were to process it further, made it into a powder and added some seasoning to it, that might work. It's got kind of the same effect as a strong barbecue sauce, not the not like a sweet, not like Sweet Baby Ray's where you have cooler that cooler flavor. This is more like A1 steak sauce. Yeah, I don't know if these tea leaves are edible. I mean, I'm not like don't try this at home kind of thing. I'm sure that I mean, it is drinkable, of course, but the leaves itself, I have no idea. Now, the more that it cools, it starts going more towards the shoe shop kind of flavor to it. Like it's hard to describe any other way. But you know that distinct. Oh my, that's my T-Rex. See, it's my T-Rex. I got this at the Field Museum. I love this thing. The bones you can actually feel. Yeah, but anyway, like I was saying, you know how when you walk into the center of like Payless shoe source, and you have that whole kind of aroma coming from the new shoes. That's what it. Oh yeah, it's a great size mug. I love this thing because I can drink my entire pot in one and let's say 1 1/4, maybe 1 1/2 of these. When I do it on my other mugs, it's usually 2 1/2. So yeah, this I use specifically for the stream, so I don't have to keep going back and pouring it out and drinking and then pouring it out and drinking. This is just one shot, you're done. No, it doesn't smell like smoky feet. They don't sell the feet with the shoes. It's just the shoes. Smoky feet. Of course, you get them hot feet and fungus toes, then you have a totally different flavor. I wouldn't recommend drinking the sweat off of smoky feet. That would be a no-no. But this I highly recommend. No, my description was shoes, not feet. You're the one who's adding body parts to it. I didn't say none about that. This is the kind of tea that I want to drink while it's still hot, because I get the feeling that if it cools out too much, I'm going to lose that smoky flavor, and it's going to be like tasting the bottom of a new shoe, which I've never done before, but I'm using my imagination here, and that's like the best comparison I can come up with. But by the same token, it's like I don't normally. Well, then maybe you need to go to a different Payless. Is there a leather that you chew? I've never heard of that. Well, yeah, it's based on a sneaker description, but I mean, one does not chew leather. And I wouldn't call it jerky because it doesn't have that meat savory flavor to it. It's like just straight up smoke. Like I was saying before before you got here, it's like something right out of the barbecue pit. They described it as a pine wood fire, and I get that totally. Like if I could not go camping for a year, this would be my replacement. Oof. I burned my tongue a little bit. I think I attacked this tea a little bit too soon. What do they produce? Yeah, pine wood fire. I know. I need to get what is it, the subtitles. I don't know how they'll do it, but I'll figure it out one day. They produce. What do you mean they produce over fire, or do you mean they produce the smoke from the fire? Or I'm not understanding. Oof. Well, like we okay, they produce fruit and veggies over fire. Make a complete sentence. I'm not getting it. Oh, the scent, yeah. It's not very. It's not fruity at all. It's more like the burning of the leaf, or the burning of the bark. It's not fruity at all. This is a completely black tea. There's no herbal elements in it whatsoever. Oh, I think I lost connection for a while. Um, Grilled? No, I don't think it's got that kind of a. It lacks the iron. You know how when you grill something and the iron mixes with the food and whatever's on there. This one is straight up campfire. Like if you instead of barbecue pit, maybe I would compare it more to a spitfire. That might be more accurate. Like if you were roasting something over a campfire, that would be it. Ooh, that's good. It's like now it's starting to hit me right in the back of my throat. Like it was just light before, but now it's got a stronger taste to it. And I'm glad I didn't oversteep it. Well, maybe one of these days you'll get to. I think that this would appeal to somebody who's transferring from coffee to tea because it's got more of that flavor to it. Yeah, I should work on that. Actually, no, I shouldn't, because then I would actually have to shower more than once a month. I'm kidding. I'm kidding for everybody that's like, hey, he's just nasty. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, it does have a little hint of menthol. Let me see. They were talking about. Let me see. Smoky. I'm just reading off of the description on the website. Well, menthol, not the actual chemical of it, but it's got that sensation to it. It kind of tastes like the menthol of a cigarette without having the strong flavor of it. It's like it's just a little bit mentholated in there. Yeah, yeah. It's not that effervescent where when you have the menthol and the cough drops and it like permeates throughout. This is more like just the base flavor with a hint of